We're at 55.
Woohoo! We're going live!
Nope.
The music is playing,
Nope, nope,
the people are
nope,
showing up,
nope,
everyone is excited to be here.
Hey
guys.
Welcome to episode number 55. This is Curtis.
This is Jordan, and we're a podcast called Testing
And
Normal.
This is
Testing
a
Normal!
podcast called Testing Normal. We got a super special guest tonight. The one, the only, Mr. Jono Reid.
Hello. Good
Wait.
to be here. Thanks, guys.
That was
I was like, this way!
very excited. Hello.
Woo!
So,
High fives.
guys, again,
Wait,
we're gonna keep doing
yeah, high fives.
keep doing this
Oh.
social distancing activity as
Yeah.
long as
Yeah.
we have the ability to with our podcast.
Yeah.
So
Tonight we're coming
another
at you from a
crazy week,
spaceship.
right?
Spaceship?
Yeah.
Mention the background
Sweet.
changed.
Yeah.
We're floating in
See
space.
behind us.
It's our own theater.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. Look at what it looks like, folks.
Long way
So,
from the
Jono,
virus.
This is what they get to see. Look up there.
Jono, you were. Yeah. For those of us that are just listening, what we're referencing is our avatars are in a spaceship right now. That's what Jordan's saying.
Yeah.
But Jono, dude,
Yeah, mate.
this has been a pretty wild time, hasn't it? Wild time in our lives, huh?
Whew.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it sounds like it from the news that I'm reading, and from people who are in the outside world. That's what I keep hearing.
Mhm.
But
Which is
real
not
life
you.
is pretty tame. It's not me.
Ooh, you cut out a little bit.
I shouldn't say it's great. It's not great, but it's not good.
It's not as bad as it could be.
Not that great. Not as bad as it could be.
You've
Yeah.
had the privilege of being able to work from home and get paid from home, right?
Yeah. So we've been working from home, although work is kind of getting a little quieter now. The first couple weeks we were still pumping through, but being a video production company, it's hard to produce videos when you're not allowed to leave your house. So I
Yeah.
mean, I guess we could produce home videos
Or
of
VR
episodes. That'd be
videos.
fun.
That didn't stop us.
VR
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
point.
guys are going. But yeah, so it's quietening down a little bit. But yeah, we're working from home. Still getting paid for now. That's good.
For now.
Everyone's happy.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Jono, well, I'll go real quick.
you go.
So,
You go.
as most of you know, Jono is from the land down under, the Aussie land. And I was reading on the news today about some interesting stuff that's been going on, and a couple of the articles came from Australia. And
Ooh.
there was this first article where there's this astrophysicist based out of Australia, and he was trying to do research to try to protect people from the coronavirus. And so he was trying to build some type of like wearable item, so that way if your hands got close to your face, so that way you don't touch your face, like it would alarm go off basically, or something like would trigger you to like not want to do that.
Wait, what?
And so he put these yeah, so
Ah!
he put these like bracelets on him that had like they could detect a magnet, and then he started with like a necklace, and so when his hands went up towards his neck, they would vibrate, right? But he's like, well, it's not really close enough. So what he did is he
Oh my
tried like
gosh.
these bracelets that would go off when he put magnets in your nose. And so he put like two magnets that like connect, that snap next to each other
No.
inside of his nostril.
No.
And they
No.
were so strong, the
this is
magnets were
such
so
a bad
strong
idea.
that they basically stuck to the inside of his nasal septum, and he couldn't pull them out. And so he's like,
That was
okay, well, maybe if I get more magnets, connect them to it, and then pull them down on the magnets, they'll come out. Where those magnets would just sucked in closer and wouldn't come out either. And he was
Wait,
getting more and
so
more magnets.
this is like the woman in the fly or whatever. Like she swallowed a whatever to swallow. Like she's trying to solve it by eating more things she shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this is putting up his nose.
But up his nose,
So he
yeah.
keeps putting things up his nose. More magnets, more magnets,
Yes.
more magnets.
So
But
good.
then he ends up
So
he
good.
gets like needle nose pliers, and he's trying to pull on the magnets to get the needle nose plier with the needle nose pliers.
Did those
And
get
he's pulling
stuck?
so hard, it gets pushed farther up, the magnets.
no.
And he's like, well, now I'm stuck with these really strong magnets way up in my nose. I can't pull them out.
Wait. So hang on.
They
Back
had
up.
to go to the ER.
Hang on. Is this Australia's top scientist?
It's their leading astrophysicist. Let's just say he believes Gatorade is the best thing for his crops.
I love Rondo. Yeah. Anyway, so needle-nose pliers. Now he shoved them further.
Basically, he has to go to the ER, and the ER spends a long time trying to get these magnets out of his nostrils.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
And they did it because
funny.
they've like banned elective surgery in Australia right now. Wouldn't that be elective surgery?
Well,
Surprised.
I don't know if it would be elective surgery, because like it could cause compromise to your airway if you have something stuck in your nasal
Yeah,
cavity.
I would think that
So
would be a bad
it
idea.
would be like a priority to get it out.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he did elect to be a muppet and put them in there in the first place.
This is very true. Also good points.
That was a big mistake.
Yeah, why'd he do
Come
that?
on, mate. We're short on
True.
we're short on doctors at the moment, and you're putting magnets.
Yeah, and they can't even ship more people there now because the whole place shut down. They're like, sorry?
Right, 'cause the whole place is shut. Yeah.
I have
Can't
a-
even get
That's
more
true, that's
doctors.
a
I have a
point.
theory. I think that they're doing it because they're afraid of losing all their kangaroos. Like,
Yeah.
they're
No, man.
they're protecting
Yeah.
them.
No, I don't think the kangaroos are an issue. It's way too many of them. Way too many.
Dude,
kangaroos.
did you know also, Jono, in Australia, it's illegal to talk on your phone while you're riding a horse? There was a dude that got arrested for he was riding his horse and he had one hand up to his ear, and a cop in Australia pulled him over because it's considered a vehicle when you're riding a horse on the road. And so he got
It's literally got like horse pilot. Like it's not gonna like do anything.
No, it literally has horsepower. Literally has horsepower.
It's one. Oh shoot, that's a camera. It's got. The camera's still. Every time I grab it, it grabs the camera. It's got 1 horsepower.
1 horsepower.
Yes.
There you go, I'll say it for you.
And it's got autopilot. It's got eyeballs. It's way more intelligent than a
That's
car.
true. Way better than a car. Although
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me, man. Australia's pretty crazy about that stuff.
Although if the
Like,
horse
they
was
do
on the
that for
phone,
Funny.
I think that should be illegal. Like arrest
Yeah,
the horse.
It would be because then the horse is distracted because
Yeah.
it's the one that needs to
Yeah,
be able
it's
to pay attention to where it's going.
distracted walking.
But Jono, you were saying Australia.
Yeah.
Australia is
Human.
pretty like
Dude, they have
tight about that stuff.
they have cameras now that can see inside your car and detect if you're on your phone, and then you'll get a fine in the
What?
mail.
What?
Yeah, for
What?
being on your phone while driving, and they'll send you like a picture to show you you're on your phone at this time at this place. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah,
Big
that's
brother,
not
man.
allowed. That's not allowed here because of all the many amendments and rights and things. But
Yeah.
that's
Dude,
a thing in
that's
Australia.
wild. Dude, I love
Yeah.
all of our rights.
I do
God,
too.
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true.
we're not
Right to not be filmed while driving.
a country of prisoners,
Yeah.
so I mean we've got that going for us. I mean, we did show up and kill some people to take the place, but that wasn't against the law at the time.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Dude, speaking of against the law, did you guys see the Newport police in Oregon were posting messages on Facebook telling people, please stop calling 911 because you're out of toilet paper?
oh no, they did. What? Just like-
People were literally calling 911 because they were out of toilet paper, and the police were saying like, this is not what you do, like this is not going to help your situation, we're not going to go get toilet paper for you. And they said, you know what, some alternatives, please, instead of calling us, alternatives to toilet paper, use grocery receipts, newspapers, cloth rags, cotton balls if you have to. Don't call us though because you're out of toilet
right.
paper.
It's
Can you
like
imagine
that
cotton
is
balls?
that's one of
A
the
handful of cotton balls.
man calling the cops
Yeah.
for toilet paper. Everyone just needs to get bidets, dude.
I
They're
know.
amazing.
Seriously,
We
do
have
you,
a bidet,
True.
and
you have one at your house?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Is
It's
it
so
warming?
good.
Does it
It's
warm the water?
No, the one I have isn't warm. It's just cold. But
I've heard I've heard
I
that
prefer it cold.
you don't really need the warm ones. The warm ones are just overkill.
Yeah, no, you don't want to like, especially like if you've had some spicy food or something, like you want that
True.
cold water.
That's true. It's like the cold
Blasting
pillow
you.
when you lay down at
Yeah.
night. Like, woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, here's
Yeah.
a question I have
So
about
wait,
bidets.
so speaking of the 911 thing though, did you hear that it was it the New York City EMS received more than 6,400 medical 911 calls, which surpassed the record set on September 11th?
You mean, are you saying in like one day?
Yes, in one day. They've had that now.
Okay.
Like
That's
going
wild,
on.
dude.
Yeah.
That's wild.
New
Dude,
York
in the
is a bit
past
of
day. Yeah.
like it's a disaster there right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, from what we
It's
see, again, that's what
in
we
the
see on the news.
past. In the past day and a half,
Mhm.
they've had over just in the past day and a half, they've had over 1,000
Ooh,
deaths
Amador's on here.
from coronavirus.
Amador just
That's
said the
crazy.
Japanese use them. They are amazing. Yeah, a lot of countries use them. We're
Yeah.
we're actually
Yeah.
we're super kind of uncommon, or however you'd phrase that. We're
The Japanese are smart. That's why they're not reporting COVID in Japan, right? Because no one had to leave to get toilet paper. They all have bidets.
that's true.
Yeah,
They were
that's a
like,
good point.
stay home? Sounds good to me. Let's play
Yeah.
video games.
Let me
So-
ask you a question, Jono, about bidet water angles. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we
with
had
the
one in our
bidet,
yeah.
in Italy. We had one that the bidet was like it was just totally straight water coming from the back, and I was
Interesting.
not familiar with water just coming from back just perfectly straight, and I didn't really appreciate that. I kind of liked. I've seen other ones where there's more of an angle to it.
Yeah. So the one that we has an angle. You just turn the little knob on, and
Mhm.
and then the thing comes out of its little case and like sticks up, and just it's got a perfect angle to get you right where you need to be got. Yeah.
Yes.
So funny.
I love that we talk
But
about
like
this
something
here.
coming straight out, it doesn't really work. It's not really. It doesn't.
Yeah, no, get
it
straight
doesn't
out,
do the
dude.
job.
You're just gonna get like this. It's not good. You need the power. You need the forcefulness. But
Yeah.
if you've just got a straight, you're just gonna get hit by the top of that wave. You know,
Yeah.
as
It's just gonna be basically a ball cleaner. It's just gonna be a straight up ball.
Which
cleaner.
arguably could be
tank
good.
cleaner. Tank
I mean,
cleaner.
Maybe
Yeah.
like
Could be.
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah, especially
But
if you have
usually
like
your
some
balls don't get that much
growth
poop.
or something.
Do your balls usually get that much poop on them? I don't know.
yeah, not
It,
typically, but in the summer it can get a bit swampy. So
that's true.
Yeah.
It'd be, and if the cool water
That's
would cool
true.
things off, yeah. Oh, Amador
Yeah.
said, Japan has COVID. My trip was canceled. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's right. He goes there pretty often.
Oh,
They have like a
dude, that's
sister
a
city there that
bummer
their
on the
school works
board.
with. And then Japan are the best. I think he meant to say Japanese. They have music and synths and are warm and know where. Wait, what does it say? Hole in order to clean well. It's nice. What? I don't get it.
And
You-
scents and are warm and knows. Oh, they're saying like their bidets are scented, like they have good smell.
Oh yeah.
And they're
Okay.
warm, and
That's
it knows
true.
where the hole in the water to clean it. Like
the
it knows where.
bidets
To work.
they're like computers.
Those
like,
are
you've got, like
robots,
a little
yeah.
computer next to you, and you choose all your settings. And
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
You
they've-
choose your
they've got-
dump
their
theme
bidets are
music
crazy.
and like it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's the toilets don't even
Mhm.
look the same. They don't even look like toilets. They're
No, they look like robots.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Like
toilet. They're like seat warmers. Yeah, it's crazy.
phew,
Voice activated.
yeah.
Okay.
So, what are big
okay,
things
the other
for you
big
this
news
week?
this
Yeah.
week-
Whoa, hey.
Big news this week is the fact Oregon has finally decided to allow its individuals to use their own self-service pumps in most situations.
In a lot of
And
situations.
I went and got my gas. Yeah, I went and got my gas. I filled my own gas tank up today.
Wait,
and
where'd
it
you
was
go? Where'd you
fantastic.
go?
Loved it. I went to Arco.
Really? That's
Oh,
amazing.
just here in town. Nice.
Yeah, I went to Arco, and well, the guy he was still out there, but like I just went and started pumping my own gas without him saying like I didn't say anything to him, and he walked up to me. He's like, you know how to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "Okay," and I just kept doing it.
That's amazing. Oh, now I want to buy
I wonder
gas.
how, I
Yeah.
wonder how many people in the state of Oregon know how to pump their own gas. Surely there's some that don't, right?
Well, most all of us have
Oh yeah, there's a ton
like,
that don't.
had to at some point. I don't know. Maybe
No,
not.
in the metro area, I bet there's a ton that don't.
That's true.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them don't even know how to drive a
Yeah.
car, so that's I don't know if that counts a ton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Good point.
here, get this. Have you ever heard of wise cams?
I have not.
Okay, you have, because I have them in my house. There's a security cam I have. They're based in Seattle, which we all know that Seattle is kind of hit hard too. I got an email from them today that was super impressive. So they send out these updates, and their whole thing is they want to make everything as inexpensive as possible. They sent out this email and they said, people need help, and we want to work solutions. So they had worked with their suppliers and created like touchless thermometers that are extremely inexpensive to get. And because they were out of them in Seattle and they're now selling them, they said any business that doesn't have people at it that wants to monitor it, they'll give them a free camera to monitor. And then they realized that there's a webcam shortage. I don't know if you guys have tried to buy a webcam in the next few weeks or just like looked. There's none available. Yeah. So they're like the market, the aftermarket for a used one, like the ones we use in our studio, are like $200 or more. Because
dude, we should make bank off them.
It's like nobody can find them. Yeah, but I don't know when we would get them again. Everyone's out of them. And so what this company did was they were like, well, everyone has one of our cameras at home that maybe doesn't have a webcam and doesn't want to spend the extra money to do it right now. They came out with a custom firmware that they could load to their camera, and it turns it into a webcam that they can put on top of their computer.
Oh, that's pretty
great.
dope.
And so they sent it out and they said, here it is, it's free. And they're just like trying to do things for their area. They're like, we will not turn down anyone that wants a free camera if they have a business and can prove it.
That's awesome.
So
well, dope. Way to go, Wiz.
That's pretty cool.
Dude,
yeah,
well, really speaking of cameras,
oh yes,
pretty wild how some employers are photographing through the cameras their employees every 5 minutes.
Yes.
And on video service to ensure that they're actually working.
Yeah.
And that's like a continually expanding thing that's happening.
Yeah, because so many people went home, they're afraid that their workers aren't going to work, and so they're like, they have to check in like every 5 minutes with these live video and pictures of them at their desk at home.
Wow.
Isn't that stupid?
I don't really like that.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And so the other thing that was kind of with cameras but along the same lines of kind of some things that could turn out to be shady is we've been using Zoom for a lot of things that we've done, but they're now under investigation right now for some security things because of like ways that they track and hold information. You don't put a lot in there, but if a company was using it, like they're under investigation right now because of some stuff that's happened since they became popular outside of like, because so many people joined them and everything, and now they're under scrutiny. They're getting like looked into for some security things that some people are saying are a little shady, which is kind of interesting.
Whoa. Okay, wait. I just was reading about this, and it says Zoom intentionally designed its website conferencing service to bypass browser security setting and remotely enable the user's web camera without the knowledge of the consent of the user. Zoom collects your physical address, phone number, job title. What?
If you put that in there. If you put that in there. So not everyone puts that in there. So that's if it was more for a company, it would matter a little bit more, but not everyone does that with it.
Oh, okay.
So but it's just, and we don't know anything yet. There's just kind of under scrutiny by some people, but it was like kind of along the same lines as you know, watching your employees through their camera. Maybe they're using Zoom, and Zoom's working with them. I don't know. Yeah, it's just
Zoom's working with employers.
Yeah, yeah, it's just crazy.
Dude, Zoom is like, it's kind of wild how it became so huge.
Well, it's because everyone's got stuck home.
I don't even know if I'd.
Yeah,
I know, but had you heard about Zoom?
Oh yeah, I'd heard of it. Yeah, people have been using it for some webinars and stuff like that. Yeah,
I've used it a ton. Now I use it like every day at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, now, but previously I use it, once every month or two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because it was like, even like, there's the Apple, or not Apple, Google Connect or whatever, and then FaceTime and these other ones, and it's like Zoom still, and of course, what's it called, Z.
Well, it's because it's cross-platform, and it also has like dial-in numbers that you can get. It has webinar platform built into it. You can share your screen. A lot of the other ones don't do all that. Yeah, because Skype, you have to. There's it's more expensive. You have to have the business edition to get the call-in features and stuff. Where are you? What are you?
Yeah, that's true.
Are you like walking across your room?
Getting all up in your business.
Sorry, I'm like eating an apple, so my bad.
Oh, hang on, scoot over.
Okay.
Amador says, so since I log in with my school's Google and all my info is attached to that Zoom, would have all my info? Yes. That is what people are presuming is happening with Zoom, but again, it's still under investigation. I'll put a link in the show notes, or you can go to Engadget. It's like right towards the top right now. So
Thanks, Zoom. We appreciate it.
well, maybe they didn't do anything. Maybe they didn't. You know, you don't know.
Maybe that's true. We don't. Yeah.
Although it's funny because the subsidiary or the umbrella company that owns Zoom is the Free Republic of China.
Oh.
People's Republic of China.
The Free Republic
I don't know
of
that,
China.
guys.
The free.
I
You,
don't
you,
even
have,
know.
I'm like, I don't. That sounds a little fishy and made up. I don't. Oh yeah.
No, that was super fishy.
So okay. So I want to ask you something.
Super fishy.
This Chicago doctor. There's a couple things that I would just want to ask you, or Jono can chime in too. Ooh, I just hit a chair that's right next to you, and it felt like I touched you. That was super weird. The, I mean, felt like I touched your shoulder, and I was like, oh my gosh, that scared me. A Chicago doctor in his blunt speech was quoted as saying, "A successful shelter in place means that you will feel like it was all for nothing, and you would be right, because nothing means that nothing happened to your family."
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, the more successful the shelter in place is, right, the less
Right.
deaths occur, therefore making it seem like it was less necessary.
Right.
So
I think
there's
it
a
leaves out the whole
implied-
infection rate, bringing it down. A lot of us will probably get it, but it won't be as bad. Like, it kind of seems to negate that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we get where he's coming, what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to say, like, it's okay if if you don't understand or you're not seeing how it's improving the situation. The simple
Right.
fact it is, though, if
Yeah.
you're not seeing that many infections.
True.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting.
Ooh.
That's an interesting perspective.
And we were talking about tests, was it last night? Like how fast tests go? This British company is behind a 10-minute coronavirus antibody test. Like you can just get it in 10 minutes. Was that the one you were talking about last night when we were chatting?
Ooh. Yeah, there's one actually in the US
Mm-hmm.
that they've made. I don't know about the cost though. This British one says it's about $1, which is amazing.
Yeah, that would be
But,
amazing.
But they had one that was actually even less than 10 minutes. Like I think 5 or
Yeah,
10
5 or
minutes
6 minutes. I
in the-
saw that one too.
in the US.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll believe it once it actually gets to market and it
True.
gets mass distributed. It's really
That's
I see
true.
a lot of these things that are not mass distributed and they're talking about it. So it's like, nah, I need to see it on the market before I'll believe these things.
Right. That's great. Okay, so super on topic. I have something I really want to talk about on here, and I hope that both of you do too. If not, this will fall dead, and we'll move on to something else coronavirus related.
Okay.
It is
No, I'm ready for something else.
Tiger King.
Yes. Love to talk about this.
Have you watched
So
it?
glad you brought this up.
Wait. First off, let's establish something. What episode are you guys on?
Okay.
Okay, so I haven't started. My plan is to start watching it tonight.
Okay.
I was finishing up on another show.
Okay.
But yes, but I know all about it.
Okay. How far are you?
So I'm on episode 3.
Me too. Me too. I just finished
and-
3, I think, or started
Awesome.
4.
Okay. I'm on 3. But what's interesting, last summer when I was doing a lot of home projects, I listened to the entire podcast of this situation because this was a podcast first that Netflix was like, this is crazy. We need to make a movie or a series out of this.
Yeah.
And so they when you listen to the podcast, that guy that filmed everything,
Yeah.
he is talking about like, I have great footage of everything. Like I've been filming this guy for a long time. And he's like, then all this stuff went down.
Whoa. So did you see that the lady in it is now, it's sparked a reinvestigation and they're looking for leads because of this?
Yes.
So-
oh my
Right, because
gosh, Carol.
She fed her husband to the tigers, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah,
crazy.
Carol Baskin. Carol
Just-
Baskin's her name.
Carol,
And
yeah.
they're looking to open up the trial against her again, or looking for more information. And she is a nut job. And
Yeah.
A half.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they
guys
all are.
do.
They are all
Tiger
narcissists.
King is
Like
too,
they're
but-
completely just about themselves. They just take him draining his parents dry,
Mhm.
like just super sad.
Mhm.
Like, oh my gosh. I just
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so good.
But
I can only watch a little bit at
it's
a time.
captivating, right?
Yeah, I can only watch a little bit. I can only handle
It's
those guys
interesting.
like one episode at a time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't handle too much.
No.
Need like
It's like
palate cleanser.
Yes,
Yeah, you need
seriously,
palate
like
cleanser.
serious palate cleanser. It's like, well, I can't stand this guy, but I have to watch. It's go.
It's like
yeah.
listening to Alex Jones. You only can handle a little bit of Alex Jones,
Yes.
at a time,
And since he speaks
and kind of giggle at it.
an hour's worth in about 5 minutes, that's about how long you can stand listening to him, because he's so fast.
Right. Totally.
Ah, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
I'm
they're gonna
excited for you to
reopen
watch
an
it.
investigation of her.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which
me
is
too.
which is crazy. Yeah, it was 97. That's such a long time ago for them to be asking for stuff. It's crazy. Who spread the coronavirus? That's what Amador's asking. Carol
Who spread
Baskin. Carol Baskin. Yes. Yes. She put it in a
That's
tiger
hilarious.
and then sent him out to be pet by all the people. And yeah.
Oh my gosh, Carol Baskin, dude, she's
Ah,
so
she's-
wild.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
so. Did you guys watch the presidential thing today at all, or watch or listen to any of it?
I watched a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you
I did
see?
not.
Did you see when they asked him about the MIT researchers saying that droplets carrying coronavirus can travel up to 27 feet?
No.
What?
I didn't see the whole thing. I
So
just-
an MIT researcher says that droplets carrying coronavirus can travel 27 feet. So they asked him about this, and the doctor is this
Sure.
short little
Well,
man,
it's
right? And he
airborne,
stands
yeah.
up there, and it's like the podium's up here on him, and he goes, he's like, that's, I mean, I guess so. He's like, but I mean, when you're measuring sneezes, you're like, achoo, or achoo. And if someone does that, don't stand in front of them. I guess it could go 27 feet, but that doesn't happen very often, so it's a little bit absurd that they would say we need to stay 27 feet apart from each other.
That's what he said.
Yeah, so he's like
But-
6 to 7 feet is reasonable. He's like, yes, it could. If someone sneezes like that, yeah, don't be around them. Like, but
He's so good at bringing logical.
but his impersonation was great because he put his hands down on the podium and reeled back and pretended to sneeze really loud, and it was fantastic. It was super cool. Bah.
The problem is though, it's yeah, don't be around people while they're sneezing. But if someone sneezes, I'm just picturing people just dropping to the ground and army crawling out of there. What do you do?
You're just oh my gosh, it's so true.
Man.
Dude, and also sneezes don't always you can't always control them. Sometimes they come out of nowhere,
That's true.
and
Right.
you
Yeah.
don't even you try to cover it, but sometimes a wild one sneaks up on you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, there's someone that sneezes at my work that I can hear from a block away, and I'm not exaggerating. It's like, whoa,
Wow.
what just happened? I don't even know what just happened.
Dude.
People freak out.
Okay.
It's funny to watch
We
new
touched
people's
on this-
faces. You what?
I love the extremes though, right? You get the really loud sneezes, but then there's the people that look like they're gonna implode. You know, they
Yes.
make no
They're like,
noise, and it's it's all contortion.
Yeah,
It's I don't know. Sneezes
it's
are weird, dude.
super true.
We touched on this a little bit last night when we were talking at a group meeting.
Yeah.
A virtual group meeting.
Yeah.
But did you guys? I mean, we've
Amador, what do you not
probably all
agree
heard
with?
about the church.
He just
The
commented,
church
I don't
in
agree.
Florida. Well, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till he says. The church in Florida, the pastor dude that still held
Oh yeah, like
what was it? A
1,000
group of 500
1,000 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
1,000 people?
Yeah.
1,000 people.
What?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He got arrested.
Dude.
So crazy. Oh, sneezing
He
is the
did? Yeah, they actually
grossest thing
arrested him?
humans do. It is gross, yeah, but it's still fascinating how crazy it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's particularly
Yeah.
gross when a giant glob of snot accompanies it. Just,
Okay,
It's alive, but
Okay,
it's
so do you guys want to hear a funny
crap.
a funny story about my brother who's been on here before? That involves sneezing?
Josh.
Okay, yeah. So we went
Oh, yeah.
to when we were kids. People will know who this is, but and you can judge if you want. But we went to a Billy Graham crusade, and we sat way high up,
Mm.
and they were doing the whole call people down thing. And my brother really wanted to go down there because it was the nicest grass in the world. That was it. That's all. The only reason he wanted to go down. And so he kept arguing. He sat down and he goes and sneezes really loud, and I was like, what the? And I look over and he's starting to laugh, and I look at the guy in front of him, and there's the biggest in the world.
Oh,
It's gotta be
no.
like as big as my hand, and it's stuck on the guy's back, and it's just running down.
Oh, no.
We just left
No.
it. We were young and we didn't want to tell anyone. He just went home with this giant loogie on his back.
Bro, that's disgusting. Did you
That
tell the
is
guy,
so
or
good.
did you guys say anything to him?
Oh no, we bailed. We were really young. Like we were terrified of him. We did not.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Okay, so
so
I want to ask Jono something real quick.
yeah, go for it.
You have recently, I mean, people can probably tell, you've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, you can tell, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you've really slimmed
I
down
know,
since
it's
last time we sat here in this virtual theater.
I have, yeah. I've lost like 80 pounds
Jeez.
since November.
That's insane.
That's
man.
amazing. And you're
Amazing.
feeling
Yeah,
much better?
Oh man, like it's like night and day. I have so much energy. It's crazy. Like energy that I never knew existed in humans. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm like bouncing off the walls all day. Like I'm doing exercise because I need to get energy out. Like I've never done exercise because I feel like I need to get energy out. Like it's crazy. Sleep much better. Like just across the board.
Yeah.
I feel incredible. And I've still got like 110 pounds to like that's the crazy part. Like I feel super good now, and I'm like, dude, what am I gonna be like at 110 pounds? I'm gonna be like Batman,
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
That's like
some superhero.
Spider-Man, maybe.
that's like imagine if
climbing
like you
walls.
you have a middle schooler that's still clinging to you. Like
Hmm.
that would
Yeah.
be it. That would be
Yeah. I
obnoxious.
mean, I haven't.
But
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty.
And
It's
Jono,
pretty crazy.
what's been the way you've been able to find this weight loss? Like, what have you been doing to like what's been like? Are you on a program, or how have you been doing it?
Yeah, so I am. I have been following a program, but basically what it's about, honestly, is I'm just working on changing like small habits at a time in my life.
Yeah.
So like the first thing was like I switched to eating like 6 to 7 small meals a day,
Mhm.
every
Uh-huh.
2.5 hours, and that was amazing because I never like part of the problem, like people do a lot of restrictive dieting and things like that, and the problem with it is that you end up getting to this point where you're so hungry, like
Yeah.
that you end up eating whatever. Whereas I, for months now, haven't felt hungry, and I'm only consuming probably 1,200 calories a day.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't feel like,
Jeez.
but I feel like I'm eating, way more than that. And so it's just these little habits. There was that. Now, like then I started working on sleep, so I make sure I sleep 8 hours a night, and I have a very regulated like go to bed and wake up time. I'm exercising. I do at least 10,000 steps a day, which is which in quarantine has been fun. Honestly, I do these YouTube workouts, and so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm in the living room, like I'm like getting down doing the YouTube workouts, and my wife thinks that's pretty funny, so they enjoy
That's awesome.
a bit of a show for them. But yeah, so it's honestly it's just been about changing habits,
Yeah.
and getting to the point where they become autopilot, and not having to think about it.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
yeah, it's been
Dude,
awesome,
good
man.
on you, man.
That's super
Oh,
cool.
thanks, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I love it.
That is
I think
amazing.
that this is a good time for people to like maybe try something new, right? Like everybody's stuck at home, they can't be doing certain social activities. Why not try something new?
So what
know?
are you
So
what are you
maybe it
trying?
is like, okay, bro. So that's a good question.
I thought
I've been
that's what I
working
was
a
like
lot, so
leading.
I
I
really
thought you were leading up to that. And I was gonna be like, okay, cool. I'll ask you the question you're looking for, which is, what are you doing? You're like, well.
well, I'm working on it. But I'm saying like if you're at home and you can do something new, something that instead of what I do, and I don't know if it qualifies as something new, but I always think, okay, what's the next new home project I can
Right.
work on?
Yeah.
right? So like I
Mm.
I hadn't done much tree cutting down with chainsaws before.
Yeah.
So I went and borrowed a chainsaw and I went and chopped a bunch of trees down
Naturally.
with
I
a
love the
chainsaw.
way you
and,
said that.
yeah, tree chopping with a chainsaw.
cutting down with chainsaws. That's pretty much. I loved it.
Two of them, just both hands.
We
Wah wah wah.
yeah, tree chopping with a chainsaw. And it's
He didn't even turn it
delightful. I
on.
love using
He
a
just
chainsaw.
used the chainsaw like an axe. He was like, "Ah, this does not work like they said it would."
Wait. It turns on.
Yeah.
It turns on.
Sorry, you should have called, but I couldn't come over and help. Social distancing.
Stop it. Yeah. So no, just home projects. That's what I've been doing mostly. Home projects.
Me
That's
too.
been fun.
It's been wild.
Do you? Hey, by the way, do you still have my table saw?
Yes. Do you want it back? Because I'm not using
Yes. Okay.
it.
All right.
I keep meaning to bring it to
Alright.
you, and it keeps being crazy. And then the world shut
That's
down.
okay. I'll try to figure out. Maybe the next pandemic, I could before the next pandemic, I could pick it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could drop it off like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You heard it
Dude,
here,
okay.
folks.
Also, though, it is surprising to me that there's still a disparity in toilet paper.
I got some at Winco yesterday.
like Winco. That's the only place I've seen it.
Yeah.
Safe.
I heard the Costco workers
Safeway.
saying like, "Oh yeah, some lady came and asked me for toilet paper," and I was like, "No, we don't have any." He said, "Well, my friends texted me and said it was here." He's like, "Well, I don't care. We don't have any." Like, like.
Okay. So, Jono, what time of day did you go to Safeway?
It was like I don't know, probably 10-ish, 10, 11
And
in
then
the morning.
Oh, in the
AM.
morning, yeah.
Okay.
In the AM, yeah. But they're only giving out.
Okay.
You can only get 4 rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
They're like
you mean
they're
like
rationing it.
one package? One package?
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah. You'll
with
only get
4
like
rolls
one.
in it?
I got like an
Mhm.
8 or 12 pack at Winco.
Oh,
At
there you
Winco.
go. Apparently Roth's
Yeah,
is
but
giving
you
it,
only-
it's got them too. But
You can only get one.
Oh, really? But you only could take one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, that lasts a couple weeks.
Okay. How much do you guys got at home? How many rolls you got at home? You guys think?
Me right now?
What is your
Mm.
stockage supply? Yeah. What do you got? Real talk.
I think we have four or 5
I think we have 20, maybe.
Rolls?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
20. You're running a little bit on the edge there, Jono. I like it.
Yeah, but like I
He's got a
bidet,
bidet.
so I'm not too worried
yeah.
about it.
He's,
Ah,
Plus-
you got the bidet.
But
Does
even if-
everybody in the
here's
house
thing,
use the
though,
bidet?
Ariana, my wife, refuses. She
What?
is scared. She's
God.
scared of it. I don't know why. I don't know what.
I'm gonna come to
doing.
your house to go to the
Worried.
bathroom now. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just here for a break." Like,
I guess the question, the scare factor might be the nozzle where the water comes out. Is
Yeah.
it possible and a potential that there could be some stool that's splashed back onto the nozzle and just sitting there, and then when the next person goes there and uses it, will it then shoot upon them old poop?
You know what? That is a good question. Next time I'm in there, and I'll have a look. I'll check the nozzle and I'll see if there's any
That's all I'm
debris.
wondering.
you should send us a picture so
Yeah,
we can post it
because-
on Instagram. That'd be perfect.
I will. I'll
I
send
think
you a
most
pic.
people out
Yeah.
there. I think most people out there is wondering.
Amador
are
says he has
today's-
243 rolls.
Amador, you sir,
What?
you
No.
sir are well supplied.
Yeah, you are rich.
gosh, you're the problem.
You're the Trump of this pandemic. You should build
Amador, you need to be selling
Amador
that stuff.
Towers. Like you just.
Okay. I never thought in my lifetime that I would be like, it would be, like it's kind of an invasive, probing question when you ask somebody, like, how much do you make per year? Or how much money do you have
Right.
in the
Yeah.
bank?
Yeah.
Like, I
Mhm.
never in my lifetime thought it would be that same way about asking how much toilet paper they have in their house.
Like you. Oh, like you shouldn't ask. I think it's a
I think
legitimate
it's almost
question.
impolite because it's a sensitive thing. It's like,
I think it's
you know,
almost like
oh, this
saying,
shows
"How
my-
are you?"
how
Like
wealthy.
how well you doing? They're
yeah.
like, "Well, I'm down to 4 rolls." Like Jono over here, he's like, "I'm not doing so great." Like,
But not everybody wants to share. Not everybody wants to share.
Because like with money, people get envious or whatever. But if you have 243 rolls like Amador over here, like, people are like, you're an asshole. You know what I mean? Like people hate you.
that's
for having-
true. It is sort of like money.
Like envy, dude. It's just like I just pure hate you right now. Like I got 4
Yeah.
rolls over here. But I mean, good on
Yeah,
you.
it's a
Good
little
on you.
risky.
Like, well
He,
done.
you know, here's the thing. He probably had it before this whole thing happened. Like, I wouldn't be super shocked. Like, Maybe he's just really into putting it on people's houses, and he just happened to have a back storage of it or something. I don't know.
And to be fair, people as well, to be fair, like my mum, dude, like she has. So what my mum does is whenever something is like on special, right?
Yeah.
She just hoards it. So like, my dad has this ice, and like it'll go on sale like half price, and mum will buy like 30 pints, and the whole freezer is just full of ice. You know, like so there are people like that who
Yeah.
they buy it all.
Wild.
Oh, he said, okay, I only have 18 rolls. You're still doing better than most people. I mean, yeah.
Most people, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, okay, fine. I'm not the asshole. Thanks, guys. You ruined my joke.
All of a sudden, like, it's going to show up on the Fox News or CNN. Man controls a whole city's worth of toilet paper, 243 rolls. Amador's going to be showing up everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say, Amador is like one of the coolest names I've heard. I've never heard that name before.
He's also a super fun guy to hang out with. Super fun.
Yeah.
Done many things with Amador. Yeah. He is my cousin's husband. So I'm related to him.
Okay.
Kind of. Not by blood.
But you have such a cool name. You don't even have to be cool to have, because you have such a cool name.
Yeah, exactly.
When you get both of them together.
It's true. When it's just combined, amazing.
The only problem is he lives up in Eastern Washington, and that's not even like really a country. So he just like
it's not a country.
No, it's not part of a country. It's just unincorporated space. That's what it is.
Oh, gotcha. Dude, okay. So getting back into things a little bit here.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is like in heavy production of ventilators right now.
Yes.
Right?
Isn't that crazy?
And he's shipping them worldwide though, is that right? Not just to the US?
And they all come with broken screens. They just looks like someone just chucked a ball right at the screen and it shattered it.
Yeah. A little too soon.
Too soon, sorry. But they do look like Cybertrucks.
No, but what I like Elon did is though, he said that we will give you these ventilators only if they're needed for immediate use. We're not gonna give them to you if you're gonna be storing them in a warehouse.
Exactly.
It's like, ooh, I like that, because then otherwise people will be hoarding them.
Right,
like
exactly. Well, it's what some states have kind of tried to do.
Certain governors and states are actually, before they even know if they'll need them, and above their estimated numbers, they're hoarding ventilators and not giving them to other states that need them more.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's shady.
I mean, I feel like right now, like New York could use all the help it can get, right? Like send all the ventilators to New York.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's people get like that. Did you see Steam broke their records for the amount of people on video games during this because so many people are at home? Like,
yeah, so Steam is an online gaming service, guys, that you basically access your games through that website.
Like Half-Life Alyx, which, oh my gosh, is so amazing. When social distancing's over, you need to come see it. It's amazing. Okay. It's the new Half-Life game, and you're in VR. It's all in VR, and it's ridiculous. Like weapon upgrades and aliens and blah blah blah. Anyway, they had 23.3 million people on it once. Crazy. Yes.
That's insane.
It's amazing.
That's basically almost a tenth of America.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like the whole of Australia.
Or the whole of Australia, yeah.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay. Dang it, there's something else I wanted to throw at you guys before
we
start wrapping this up.
While you're thinking of that, I'm going to do my TIL, because I picked this one because Jono's been so much into health stuff lately, and I saw this last week and totally forgot about it. Today I learned garden veggie straws, which show fresh vegetables on the bag and are promoted as a healthy alternative to chips, are actually made of salt, starch, and tomato paste. They have less nutrition than actual potato chips, and the manufacturer, which has a history of false claims, is now being sued.
No. I loved veggie straws.
Dude, they're so good.
Not veggies.
Oh, but I'm going to go back.
Mostly
fruit. Go back to regular kettle chips.
Exactly. They have more nutrition than chips, which isn't saying a lot. The bar is set very low. Like,
that's a bummer, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Did
my
you
TIL.
know? Did you know the potato though? So they say that if you could eat nothing for the rest of your life but one thing, eat potato
Yeah.
because it has like everything in it that you need.
Yeah,
Like has
I've
all
heard
of
that.
the nutrients. Like yeah, it's pretty wild.
Well, it's
So
kind
I'm
of like
so
Okinawans mostly
Yeah,
eat
man.
yams, and they live the longest of like anybody. So
Yeah, yeah, it's
Well,
pretty
do you know
crazy.
Penn and Teller? You know, like the magician's Penn and Teller?
yeah, yeah. Is there a different Penn
So
and Teller?
Penn,
Like,
he was a big guy, and he was super overweight, and he only ate potatoes for a full year, and he lost like a ton of weight, and he got like in
Yeah.
super good shape and health.
what?
That's wild, man.
That's so just like
There
russet
was
potatoes, like
there was
regular.
an Australian guy. There was an Australian guy that did, and he has a whole like program now that he likes, but it's called the potato diet, and that's all he did was eat potatoes, and like his diabetes went away, his blood pressure went away, like he lost like 220 pounds, like it was
What?
insane,
What?
totally
Just
nuts.
potatoes.
Just from eating potato.
That's so
Yeah.
wild. Like that's. Oh.
Could you imagine though, just eating potato every day?
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, did you think of anything yet? Because
No.
I thought of something that I
Okay.
said I was going to talk to him about when we were on here. I'm going to bring this up because it bugs me. You said I installed the big screen. And I was like, wait, so you can't say I went to the hospital, but you can say the big screen. Like,
Yeah.
what is the
so
stipulation
I-
for putting a the in front of something? Because
Well, it was because like I'm talking about the app, right? So the big screen app. So I installed the big screen, and then I just neglected to say app at the end. But
okay,
a hospital is just a hospital.
true.
Like it doesn't need to be specified the hospital. It's just a hospital. It's hospital. I'm gonna go to hospital,
But then you said,
or I'm gonna go to university.
but then you said something.
It's just-
I did exercise instead of saying I exercised.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I love it. I'm not making fun of it at all. I think it's great. I'm curious. Like,
I don't know. Hey, it's weird. Like I call Facebook the Facebook too. I don't know, and that is wrong because it's just Facebook.
oh, Amador said
Yeah.
that
so,
that Teller, whichever one ate the pin, did he eat the potatoes? He said he did it for a
Yeah.
year to protest that potatoes
Yeah.
were not allowed on Wick anymore.
on Wick.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because
That's strange.
because it's like too starchy. Like
What?
why is it not allowed on Wick?
That seems weird to me too.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Amador can research it and he'll tell us. Yeah. Do you think you're a thing yet? I got to jab at him for that
No,
and talk
dude,
about
it's gone.
Alex and
It's,
okay.
It's,
Well, if you we
it's
can do
well-
shower
it's
thoughts,
well
and if you
gone.
think of it in the middle, just like whoop, bring it back.
yeah. Yep.
Do you have
Alright,
your
guys,
shower
I'll throw out
thoughts?
my first shower thought here.
Yeah, you do yours.
Yep, I got him.
You can pick one up here
So,
too if you want, Jono,
let's see
and read with us.
here. Okay, this one's kind of complex, so I'm gonna let people kind of think about this for a second. Here.
Yeah, let it
First
stew.
shower thought, okay? First shower thought is insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results, right?
Right.
But at the same time, history repeats itself because people don't care to learn about it and keep making the same mistakes.
Oh, that's true.
Therefore, mankind is inherently insane. So, like, it's madness to keep doing the same thing, expect different results,
Yeah.
but we're doomed to repeat ourselves in history. So we're just crazy. We're madness, anyways,
Yeah.
because we keep repeating ourselves.
Someone commented on the potato thing. Jennifer Hayner, she said it's not allowed on Wick because people eat enough potato things without eating actual potatoes. If I remember correctly, sweet potatoes were still allowed. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, there you go. Okay,
Yeah,
here's my first one.
But potatoes are not like an expensive item.
No, I know it is kind of funny still. On the food train here, a chicken nugget is a meatball, and nothing can change that fact.
What?
A
True.
chicken nugget
mean,
is a meatball.
I mean, it's just not a ball though.
Yeah, but
that's
it's like compacted meat, just like a meatball. Like it's
It's a meat.
compacted
You could
meat.
call it meat patty is what I think it would be more appropriate because it's not a ball. So
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know how you eat your chicken nuggets, but I always smash them into a ball.
But you always smash them into a ball.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Whatever. It's
Here's
a
my-
meat patty.
Here's my next shower thought. Fame, like being super popular, fame
Yeah.
is based on how many people who you don't know that know you.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird.
Right?
Unless you have way too many friends.
Basically, though, it's like you're more famous
Yeah.
if you have a lot more people that know you that you don't know.
That's true.
Hmm.
That's so true. Huh.
It's kind of tricky.
Okay, speaking of
Go
bidets,
for it.
out of all the rooms in the house, we keep our toothbrushes in the same room we shit in.
It's a good point,
Yeah.
man. Because the shit particles fly, right?
Yeah.
Especially
Oh,
if a
yeah.
bidet's flinging them
Yeah,
all
man.
over the place.
Especially with the bidet, man. Got a Niagara Falls in there.
You are brushing your teeth with fecal matter. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I know, and even though we've just discussed it, I'm not going to move my toothbrush to the kitchen tonight. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
like
Dish soap on it.
it's just. Yeah. Oh man,
Oh,
I'd rather
Okay.
brush my teeth with my own shit than getting salmonella on it. You know what I mean?
true. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's
Mm.
Okay, when someone asks you and says, "Hey, what's up?"
yeah.
responding with all of the above is technically the correct answer.
Well, hey,
All of the above.
that's true.
It's
All of the above.
According to Led Zeppelin, heaven is not handicap accessible. According to AC/DC, hell is.
good. Stairway to heaven, highway
That's
to hell.
true.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that. Okay, I think this one's really funny. It must be really hard to be an IRS agent with an Indian accent. Like if you really are an IRS agent, but you have an Indian accent.
Oh, why though?
Do you get it?
No.
I don't know if we're allowed to
You
talk
don't
about
get
this.
it.
Why is it?
Because
don't
they
get it.
always call you.
Oh,
my
oh.
Wait, are you kidding me right now?
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
I don't answer
Oh my
those
god, that
calls.
took so long.
Too long. Wait.
That's hilarious.
That wasn't a shower thought. That was a hot tub thought. It was too much thought required. For supposedly being an emotionless killing machine, James Bond sure seems to fall in love with random women extremely quickly.
That's true.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, or infatuated, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Let's see
Or he's a dude.
here.
Your wife says, "I got it, babe."
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe.
Just sticking
Love
up for
ya.
you.
Limousines have gone completely out of fashion, and no one's really noticed that. Like,
So
it's
true.
not really cool to be in a limousine right now.
No, you don't
Is it?
see
Yeah,
him.
who
like-
rides around in a limousine?
No, I want my car to drive it itself. I mean,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally.
yeah. Roses are red, roses are blue, depending on their velocity relative to you.
Ooh, love that. That's cool.
Because of the red shift.
Very
The colors change based on speed.
Wait, is that true for you too?
Yeah, good question.
It's true for.
It might be different colors,
if you're
but yes, it
colorblind,
would
Jono.
change. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's a super good
It'd be
question.
different shade, I guess.
Yeah.
So a lot of people probably now feel like and think that being part of a major historical event really sucks.
Seriously, it's true. Oh,
Yeah.
when you don't understand science, everything looks like a conspiracy.
Mm.
Ooh, interesting. Or
Hmm.
magic.
Or magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's if you're like, don't understand that there is technology. Because then it's magic.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that that technology could be a part of it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that.
Okay, this is the last one that I have.
'Kay.
It's kind of strange that our only response to humor is to convulse and make noises. But our response to sadness is to leak water and wail. Like the
So
leaking.
true.
It's funny that sadness is. It's funny that sadness is somehow that physiological response to just leak water. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like a.
It's
I don't
true.
know where that evolutionary
And sometimes,
came from.
sometimes they meet in the middle, like the big full circle, and you laugh so hard you cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
True.
true.
So it's a circle of
Good
emotions.
point.
Yeah, those go together.
That's a good
Okay,
point.
here's a good one to remember as we go
You got
through this
anything else?
stuff. Yes, one more. Bad propaganda is something you can identify. Good propaganda is something you think of as the full truth.
Ooh,
Hmm.
very good.
I
Good
think that's a
point.
good one to leave
Yeah.
people with. Just to remember.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one.
Not everyone
like
has your best interest in
Boom.
mind.
Well, guys, thanks for logging on, listening to episode number 55. Jono, pleasure having you on,
Oh,
brother.
Dude,
Appreciate
super
you,
That was
man.
fun.
great. It's fun as always. Loved it.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right, guys. Well, log on, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and
YouTube.
you can watch us on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Peace
Yeah.
out, ladies and gents. Had a good day.
See you guys. Thanks, Jono.